Hello, my friends. So today, I'm going to be talking to you about a somewhat personal topic, but I think it might have some applicability to the larger conversation about nationalism and ethnocentrism and ethnic pride and whatnot. And that is my preferences in women. See, growing up, when I was a very young lad, I instinctively preferred women with blonde hair and blue eyes. I loved blonde women. That's like I remember even from just being like 8 or 9 years old, still before I even hit puberty, I thought the most beautiful, the prettiest girls were blonde. And that blonde was synonymous with beauty. But then as I grew older, I somewhere along the lines, probably through having discussions with friends about the different women that they've been with, and just like the subconscious messages that I received in the media and all this, I started to get the idea that giving this extreme preference to blonde, blue-eyed women was shallow, and that I was really limiting myself or restricting myself for no reason from this great selection of other women. And that really the most fulfilling thing would be to eventually hook up with a woman of every type. I had to be with a woman of an Asian woman, and then an Indian woman, or a black woman, and it became like a very consumerist. I mean, I was never really obsessed with it or anything like that. It was never something that I like went out and actively sought to accomplish, but it was like an idea that I began to accept, which was that, there's nothing really special about blonde women in particular, or blonde hair, blue-eyed women, and that women of other races and other ethnicities can be just as beautiful, and that I should always have an open mind as to what kind of woman I end up being with. But now that I get older, I realize that my first instinct was the best instinct. And I don't necessarily limit it to blonde, like platinum blonde with blue eyes like I did when I was a little kid, but fair-haired women with light eyes, I think instinctively are the most attractive, with Northern European or Northwestern European features are the most attractive. Let's hear my phone. That will never stop happening. And I no longer think that is shallow. In fact, I think that it's almost profound in how instinctively I gravitated toward that as a child. And that really it was social conditioning. It was it was learned social behavior for me to reject that instinct and to consider myself shallow for wanting a woman who kind of, had features that were from my own ethnic group. The blonde, redhead, or light brown with blue or green or gray eyes. That just, even women with very pale skin with dark hair and light eyes, I find beautiful as well. But those are also distinctly Northern European features. And so the reason I think it's now sort of a profound thing that my instinct told me this from a very young age is that you're not just attracted to the physical thing. It would make no sense that you'd be attracted to just this physical form. I mean, you are, obviously, but the attraction is, it's produced by a subconscious understanding or a subconscious feeling that because you share the same features with this woman, you share the pale skin and the light hair and light eyes with this woman, that you're going to have similar ideas just in general about life and about, even like culturally speaking. I mean, you're going to have similar manners, you're going to have similar ways of talking, possibly similar senses of humor, and obviously you have to look at this on an individual basis, but the point of it is that this is a signifier. And not only is it a signifier, but it's really the only possibility that you're going to share all of this with somebody comes from being a part of the same ethnic group. So, the obvious argument against this is just because somebody is, let's take blonde with blue eyes, just because you share the same, damn it, I'm sorry, the same Northern European features with somebody doesn't mean that you're going to get along or have the same ideas about life and whatnot, and you're not going to have the same ideas about culture or pastimes or manners, or how many kids you want, or how you want to raise those kids, and what values you have, and just even your everyday ways of life, what you like to eat, what you like to cook, holidays that you celebrate, traditions and customs that you perform. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to share all of that, but you know for damn sure that an Asian woman will not share that with you. And you know for damn sure that an African black woman is not going to share that with you. It's just impossible, because they don't have the same ancestry, they don't have the same genetic history. And so yes, it's true that a woman from your same ethnicity might not share that with you, but they're the only ones who could, if anyone did. So that's something, when you realize that, I think is very important. And I mean, the only people who I've heard talk openly about this are black people, but they talk about it with obviously ridiculous oppression overtones to it, where you'll hear them saying things like, especially I think it's black men talking to other black men, when they'll say things like, a white woman can never relate, they can never fully understand the struggle of being a black man in America. And I think, who was it, like Muhammad Ali or something said this too, that a black woman is the only person who could fully understand a black man. And because, a white woman just can't grasp how oppressed and how sad and horrible the life of a black man is. And so, but I'm saying, for a white man and a white woman, like a Northern European white woman is the only person who could possibly understand the customs and traditions, and not just understand them, but to want to live them out and to want to carry them on to the next generation. You're only going to find that with somebody from your own tribe, from your own ethnicity. There's just so many nuances and so many details about it that are important, like what holidays you celebrate and what food you like to eat and how you're going to raise the kids and how you discipline and how you handle arguments and what you consider to be good manners and what you enjoy for entertainment and all the, like the books you like to read, the history that you're into, the way that you interact socially, what your social life is like. All of that is sort of influenced indirectly by your heritage and by who your parents were and who their parents were and who their parents' parents were, and everything going all the way back. Your whole genetic lineage is important, and your ancestry is important, because that all turns into a culture. And the culture, like I've said in other videos, can be just the way you look at somebody, the way that you write a poem about them, the way that you cook a meal. All of these extremely important, nuanced details are there, you know, and that's the only person who will share those with you is somebody of your ethnic group. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't guarantee that they'll share it with you, but it's an indicator that they will, because no other ethnic group will. It's impossible for any other ethnic group to share those things with you, because they don't share the same ancestry, they don't share the same history. So your compatibility as a couple is, I think, dependent upon that. So when you look at a woman and you see that she has similar features to you, and you're attracted to that, what you're attracted to is this possibility that you're going to share so much and so many deep things that cannot be shared by people of other racial or ethnic groups. And yeah, people need to realize that. It's important for you to realize that your who you are attracted to is largely dependent upon that. And if it's not, I mean, if you know, you're a white guy and you say, well, I think black women are just as beautiful as North European white women, then all you're saying is that you have no connection to your culture, and that you have no connection to your heritage or your ancestry, and that all you care about is, you know, a hot body being next to you. So yeah, how deep does your criteria for love go? It's up to you. Thanks for watching.